Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a quick video of how we wash and prep. Nothing fancy here. We have clean nursery tables. They're the plastic nursery bench tables. And then we have a wheelbarrow that has been cleaned with a disinfectant and washed out and air dried, and then fresh water put in with the water hose. And about every 10 minutes or so, I'll come and I'll overfill it so that the dirt and the debris from the plants, or from the fruit, excuse me, can kind of wash over the edges. I've got a bin down here, you can kind of see it under the wheelbarrow. It's where my stuff that isn't gonna make the cut, like this right here is soft, I'm not gonna ship that, so I'll feed it to pigs and chickens, and also cook some for myself. And so what we do is we wash the squash here, we just run it over with our hands. Make sure the flowers, let me show you a flower. The flower comes off and wash it, make sure there's no dirt. Set it on this table to air dry, and then we will pack the bins once this is done. So I'll let this air dry for a minute, and although I just set a few on here, I've already got this bin and crate started. And so we pack in 20-pound increments, so each crate is about 20 pounds. And what I've learned is that's about anywhere between 50 and 60 squash. The size that I pick them. It changes a little bit, and some of the crates are 20 to 24 pounds, but they'll weigh them when they get to the warehouse. So let me count real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31. And I try to just put them all in the middle in an even row, because whenever the truck is shipping back to Houston to the warehouse, I don't want them to roll around and get any bruises or anything on them. And that's all there is. And then I take it inside the AC building and put a little fan on it for a minute. Just make sure that it stays cool until the produce truck comes and picks it up. And I'll definitely show you guys that. But I wanted to chat real quick. I'm gonna get closer. Maybe that's not a good idea. I wanted to chat a little bit about produce, how it gets to the grocery store, how it gets to the restaurants, things like that, and what I know. And I'm no expert. And again, this is, so we market gardened, which is growing for farmers markets, about 2 seasons ago. So about 3 years ago, and we did it for 2 years. We took our meat and vegetables, and what we found is that it's just a lot of work, and so we had to focus on some of the things we had back home, which is the nursery. But I'm gearing up and switching a little bit back towards that, because what I've ultimately found is that that's where it brings me peace, is in the garden. And so sometimes in life you have to do things that make you happy. So that's why we're gardening. Okay, so back to the grocery store. So a lot of people have this crazy notion that like grocery store produce is bad. And like me, I love to say support local farms. I do support local farms. I strongly believe in supporting local farms, because if you know your farmer or rancher, you're gonna know your food a little bit better than at the grocery store, but that doesn't mean that the grocery store food is bad. Here, let me show you why. Let me tell you why. These squash right here, me, little old bitty farmer Stephanie with River V, picked with our hands, planted with our hands. Only my family has touched them. They haven't been sprayed. We shoot with fertilizer once a week. There's nothing harmful about these. I eat one every night with my meal. I feed it to my children. I feed it to my family. These are going to a grocery store in Texas. Like, this is going to a wholesaler, and the wholesaler has buyers, and they ship to wherever. Just to name a few, the wholesaler that we sell to, they supply Chick-fil-A's, they supply Firehouse Subs, they supply high-end restaurants in Houston, they supply schools. How cool is that? They supply HEB, they supply Walmart, etc. So the things you get in the grocery store are not bad. again, support all farms. Right now, it's a really difficult time in agriculture. I was just looking back at some numbers yesterday, and it was numbers on the material that we plant our transplants into. It's a really, a peat light, a real light soil mixture. It went up $300 just from last spring to this spring. Now, this has nothing to do politically, but like $300 on just one of the items that we use to grow, that has compounded onto fertilizer, the price of seed, the price of shipping, the price of everything that goes into what we do and what we love and how we provide food for others and ourselves. So that's just a little tidbit there. I'm kind of getting a little off track because that's what I do, but I just wanted to really harp on the fact that grocery store produce isn't bad, grocery store meat isn't bad. Most of the time, just look at the statistics. Go to the CDC website, go to the USDA website, and just type in USA farmers. Look at the statistics for the number of, hey Ellie, look at the statistics for the numbers of farmers and ranchers that are small. Most of the produce, there's a lot of produce that comes from the Rio Grande Valley, the valley in Texas, but a lot of the produce and meat is from small farmers like us. Like, we're just growing an acre of squash, an acre of mustard greens, and you know, we're growing in small increments to get bigger, obviously, but don't be scared. And if you are scared, then ask someone that grows. If you don't know someone that grows, Google it, go to your local farmers market, talk to them. Just know that when you go to the grocery store, you are supporting local farms. I know there's a big hoopla on that if you shop at the grocery store, you're supporting these big mega giants, when really you're not. You're supporting local farms. So that's my snippet on that, and merch is coming. I have a shirt that I am designing, and it is coming to you guys so that you can wear your shirt proud and say that you support all farms. Squash, baby. Thanks for listening.